anything, anything that you haven't experienced that you think is a belief, or I could put it, anything that you think that you never experienced is belief. And what is belief? Belief is faith, right? Belief is accepting information as truth without proof. Accepting information as truth without experience. Okay? So anything that you didn't experience is your belief. Anything that somebody is teaching that they never experienced is belief. Right? Okay. So most things that people hold dear to are beliefs that they were conditioned into into um, into obeying through socialization, social engineering, repetitive redundancy, being told over and over again, right? And the reason why I bring this up right now is a couple of reasons, but I noticed that even within myself, I see other people, and I can discuss other people, but I'm going to discuss myself. Um, it's like, but humanity in a whole, spirituality is a belief. You know what I mean? Spirituality is a belief. You know what I'm saying? Morality is a belief. It's a belief. Can we prove it? Can we prove the origin is is greater than man's mind? Can we prove the origin of spirituality to be greater than man's mind? I don't care who created it. Was it not a man? Doesn't matter where the man lived and what color he was. Just because something was made by a black person doesn't mean it's automatically supposed to be revered and imitated. You know what I mean? We've made quite a few destructive things. So how do we know so I really question spirituality because I look at nature, I look around and I bring this up because I was on Facebook earlier and I've been seeing this for years in the conscious community and the Rasta community and the Pan African community and all these things. And I want to talk about I want to make a comparison to nature real quick. And when I do this, brothers don't like it. And they say I'm talking nonsense, right? But okay. Like for example, Rastas, right? Rastas love to revere the lion. Lion of Judah, and Rasta love to revere the lion symbol. The lion is a big symbol, you know, in Rasta, right? So in Rasta culture, so y'all revere the lion. You always comparing man to a lion. You say Haile Selassie is the lion of Judah and the conquering lion, and then all these, lion, 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 lion everywhere in Rasta. They got Bob Marley's face with half a lion and just full of lion symbology. You idolize the lion. The lion is your spirit animal, right? Okay, but let's look into the character of the lion, because y'all say y'all take the lion for its bravery. But what else does the lion do? Because y'all would say something, because y'all love to say, people stole your land, and stolen land, and stolen this and stolen that, right? And they've been raping Africa and robbing, not raping, I won't say that, they've been robbing Africa. That's the word we love to use. That people come and they rob Africa of Africa's riches, and they rob Africa of Africa's resources, right? And oh, they kill Africans, and they take the indigenous people's land and all these things, right? But what happens in nature? What happens if a lion sees a cheetah just killed a gazelle, right? And that cheetah has been hungry for eight in 2 weeks, right? Got starving cubs back at the den. that lion runs up on that cheetah and takes that cheetah's gazelle that it works so hard. It's exhausted. And if you know anything about a cheetah only got a couple of short bursts of runs in them, and then they're completely vulnerable from exhaustion. It takes them a while to recoup, right? So now the lion just strolls up, snatch that gazelle. So what happens to the cheetah now? Cheetah exhausted. Cheetah can't replenish after that last run. It's already hungry from weeks of not eating. Guess what's gonna happen to that cheetah, right? Cheetah gonna die. And when that cheetah die, all the cubs back at the den die. Does the lion care? Does the lion care that he took the cheetah meal and now the cheetah gonna die and the whole lineage of that cheetah gonna die? Lion don't care. Matter of fact, if the lion see the cheetah cubs, he gonna kill them bastards, right? So is the lion evil? Y'all love the lion. When a lion comes up on another lion pride, what that lion do? Fight them lions and take them off their land. It takes their land. Even primates, if primates come up on another troop and stuff, the silverback gorillas will fight each other and take their territory. Animals mark their territory all day, and animals have one job, to defend their territory. Against what? The elephant is not defending his territory against the hippo. Sometimes he might have to, but his main adversary is other elephants. Elephants take animals take other animals' territory every day. Can the elephant, the lion, the giraffe, whoever, the gorilla, can he just sit back and sulk and write a petition saying you stole my land? Or is it his job to go get more land or die? So this whole stole my land, you've been robbing Africa of its resources. You have animals that their whole existence is based on taking the prey. Like, you have animals that hunt, right? They hunt for a living. But you have other animals that their whole job is to steal what you hunted. Their whole existence is based on trickery. They trick bigger hunters out of their meals. You know what I'm saying? Deception is their whole survival mechanism. You have animals that are built on deception. You have some animals that are built on leeching. The leech. So leeches are in nature. Nature created leeches. They literally suck blood. Mosquitoes suck blood. You have them little minnows that live along the side of sharks. And whenever the shark kills something, they eat the you know the crumbs off the shark's plate. That's how they make a living. They make a living eating the crumbs off the shark's plates. So what are they? So nature makes all these things, and I personally, I always say that humans are sum total of all of nature, right? So these things naturally occur in nature, but when men do it, other men say that's not fair. Listen, yo, there ain't no stealing in nature, yo. You can't steal land in nature. You can't steal resources in nature. It's the strongest of the fittest. It's the strongest and the fittest survive, and the rest die. This is what nature shows me. So when humans come with morality and spirituality, I have to ask myself, is it all a made up concept? Be Now, mind you, it was a made up concept coming from a place of abundance, okay? But every human wasn't always in abundance. You have other humans that live for thousands of years in a lack of resource. So they operate like these other animals, like these animals that the vultures and the leeches and the jackals, but and the crow and the vulture, you know what I mean, and the mosquito, but they still have their role in nature, and like I said, even the animals that you revere, even the ones that you revere, do a lot of heinous acts in the name of their survival, but you don't label the lion a evil, heartless murderer when he took the cheetah's meal, leaving that cheetah and the cubs to starve to death. You don't call the lion a robbing thief when he took another lion's territory. and his females. Silverback gorillas will do the same thing. The female gorillas, they're only loyal to what you can give. Every female in nature is loyal to what you can give, but man thinks that women are supposed to love him out of the honest integrity. But that's not how nature goes. That's not how nature goes. The lioness will fight by her lion's side. If some invading lions come in to kill her mate, she will fight by his side. But guess what? If them lions kill her man, she then turns around and gives them herself in estrus to have their cubs because they prove themselves bigger and stronger. So she's down for her man until he loses that fight, and then she will mate with his killer. She will mate with her husband. The lion that killed her children, she mates with him because why? She sees those children as the weak lion's cubs. I don't want the weak lion's cub. I want the strong lion's cubs. Fuck them kids. Pardon me. But that's what she said. She said, "Fuck them kids. I'm gonna have kids by this new dude. He run things." But that breaks a human being. That breaks a human man. But that's the law of nature. Like I said, this happens all throughout the animal kingdom, all throughout. So humans created a nice little bubble to live in, but I think that bubble is not protecting us. Hence going back to the depression. You know what I mean? Because we so far removed from the natural law, the natural order of things. Even when it comes to courtship, resources, and land, we put in these fake emotions on it that doesn't exist in nature. Getting caught up in the past. If you take a tiger out of Asia and put that tiger in South America, I promise you that tiger is not going to sit by the ocean trying to figure out how to get back to Asia. It's going to adapt to the environment it's in, find new food sources, and thrive or die. But it's not going to die from depression. It's going to die because it couldn't figure out the new food resources in time. But it's not going to sit back and try to figure out a way to get back to where it came from. And ain't worry about where it came from. Worry about where it is now. Yeah, that was just on the heavens. Blessed.